Get ready for sports, news, and entertainment. All right here, your 7 minutes with Simmons starts right now.
The Eli Palfreyman rematch showdown on Sunday night in a different result. St. Andrews College gets it done. 4 other games last night to get into as well. Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Christian Simmons here, your host of 7 Minutes with Simmons, your home for GOJHL statistics, results, recaps, jokes, comments, concerns, and hopefully not a whole lot of complaints this season as well. If you have any for myself, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'm sure you do. All right, a pretty irritating guy. I'm probably getting all the names wrong, probably disrespecting you and the rest of the province. I apologize if I have done so. Before we dive in to our recap of last night, has anybody ever seen a Led Zeppelin tribute band, or the one that I had a chance to see at my shoot last night, specifically, what's it called? Led Zeppelin Reimagined. Incredible show. All right, like the lights, the mannerisms of the lead singer, the 3 guys on guitar. One of them at one point was playing like a little banjo or something, like electric banjo, just phenomenal. The guy on the drums as well was equally as entertaining. Came out, playing some like mini drums for a solo. They gave him his time to shine, had the lights dawn down on him when he went nuts on the drums for like 45 seconds straight. They played Stairway. They played, a whole lot of love. They played rock and roll. They played just some of the best guitar riffs of all time. Had a fantastic night. Did a little bit of work, but also, there was a little bit of pleasure and enjoyment and relaxation as I took in some of rock and roll's classics from, I'm not even going to guess which era because I am not old enough. But anyways, that's my quick tidbit. If you haven't seen a Led Zeppelin tribute, this is your warning. How did that say? This is your tip. Tip of the cap. You should probably go check one out. Incredible show. And if you have a chance, this group from Pennsylvania called, I think it was something Magical Doors. They do like the Beatles. They do a couple of other groups, and Led Zeppelin's one of the ones that they do from Pennsylvania, and they were just unreal. What a show they put on last night. Anyways, the real show was the rematch of the Eli Palfreyman Invitationals finals between the St. Andrews College Saints and the Stratford Warriors. A different result this time. 4-3. St. Andrews College gets it done. 1-for-1 on the power play. 2 goals in the first and 2 goals in the second is enough. Stratford fighting hard in that third as they look to crawl back. They can't do it. St. Andrews holds on at the William Allman Memorial Arena, and what a game that was. 28-23 the shots, 4-3 like I said, the final score there, but an interesting one to say the least. And St. Andrews gets a little bit of that revenge they've been looking for. Stratford takes the Eli Palfreyman. St. Andrews College not happy about that, but they have had a very strong preseason following that tournament. Stratford also in that same boat. Both teams have been phenomenal. Stratford falls, bringing them to 500, 2-2, and St. Andrews takes a 3-0 record into their regular season. What a preseason for them. Fantastic job, and also a fantastic game at the William Allman in Stratford. If you had a chance to check that one out, let me know what it was like in the comments section below. Was it intense? Did you feel the animosity? I'm sure you did. 4 other games, though, to get into last night. And I guess, we can go back to the top of the list here. We can go to Cambridge. And for the Red Hawks, 4 goals in the first period. Listowel gets 1 in the second. They try to climb back. They find their 3rd loss of the preseason as the Red Hawks take this one 4-1. Off a huge 4-goal first period. It's Owen Yager and Cameron Freeze, the 2 leadership tandem group, as Freeze gets 2 in that first. Yager gets 1, and then Callan Newton gets on the board with 1 as well. He's the 15th round Guelph Storm selection from last season, looking to make his debut in junior hockey. Played last year with the Waterloo Wolves U18 program, and he's looking to make a splash in Cambridge. He, jumps in the puddle last night, at the Galt Arena. But he'll be looking to do a lot more of that this season alongside two other guys who did it last night and have done it consistently in the black and red. And Owen Yager, the captain, coming back. And then Cameron Fries, who is a staple there. And an interesting game to say the least. 4 goals in that first period, 36-20 the shots. Cambridge power play goes 2 for 6, 33.3%. Not terrible. Could be better. Listowel, power play goes 1 for 3. An undisciplined night for both teams, but nevertheless, Cambridge, undefeated preseason, stays intact. They're 2-0 as they take that one over Listowel. We'll head out to Sarnia. The reigning Sutherland Cup champions get it done again and in incredible fashion. All right, let's recap this one. First period goes by. Donuts on the score sheet. Second period goes by. It's Sarnia with 5 unanswered goals. Bang, 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 bang. Any other team would fold. You'd think the night is over at the Pat Stapleton Arena. Forget that. 56 shots, 7 goals in the third period, 2 for 5 on the power play in the Maroons, improved to a 3-0 record here in the preseason. How about that game? Trevor Zanuto with 2, Jackson Priddle with 2, and Skinner, Krut, and Xavier Aitken round out the 7 they scored in that third period to find a huge victory away from home. That is a championship team and a championship effort if I have ever seen one. What a game in Sarnia as we'll move on. The Komoka Wellness Center and the Kings get it done again. 6-3. They've had an impressive preseason. Back to 500 for them. St. Thomas goes to 500 themselves as they fall for their second loss of the preseason. After the first period, a 3-1 game. Both teams nowhere to be found offensively in that second period. And then St. Thomas with 2 in the third. Komoka comes back with 3 to take that one 6-3. No help from the power play. They go 0 for 3 on 22 shots. St. Thomas out shooting the opposition, but a big time performance in the net for the Komoka netminder as he gets it done. As we'll take a look at who that actually was. I didn't have it pulled up, but we will find that name. But what an interesting end to that one, eh? You take a look and couldn't ask for a better performance all around. Owen Miniotas gets on the board for his 5th goal of the preseason. The Kitchener Rangers OHL selection and signee this past year. As we take a look at the box score here, it was Xavier Boussier facing 33 shots, stopping 30 of them in a full game performance from him. What a night in between the pipes for Mr. Boussier as the Komoka Kings take a big-time 6-3 victory. Anyways, we'll take a gander at our last one, and an entertaining one at that, on the night for Sunday. The Haldimand County Community Complex. Caledonia gets it done in overtime as these two teams have mirror performances. First 2 periods, it's Caledonia up 2 after the first. They score twice in the second. And then Ayr goes 2 in the second and 2 in the third. Ties it up. We go to overtime, and it's Ethan Osborne. A minute 16 in, he gets on the board. 44-30 the shots. Caledonia improves to 3-1 as Ayr continues to struggle following the Eli Palferman tournament. They're 0-2, both of their losses coming in overtime. Heartbreakers for the Centenials. For Caledonia, that's a huge victory. Osborne with 2 goals. Ethan Quick with 2 as well. And then at 3:32 in that second period is Nathan Marincola coming back for another season with the St. Thomas Stars. Just played 20 games last year. Had 8 points. As the Stouffville native will look to fill a bigger role with St. Thomas this upcoming season. But that does it for your recap on Saturday, September 6th in the GOJHL. Big victories for Cambridge, Chatham, with that trot back up the mountain, how about a comeback? That's probably the best one we've seen so far this year. Kamoka gets it done as well. St. Andrews with the rematch of the Eli Palfreyman finals. They take that one over Stratford, and then, of course, Caledonia in overtime. And we'll take a look. What do we have on the schedule for Sunday? Sorry, I've probably been saying Sunday the whole episode. That was Saturday night. Sunday night, we got, or tonight, for those of you who are listening, Ridley College and the Fort Erie Meteors do battle. That one's in St. Catharines at the Tiger Arena. An afternoon game, 2 p.m. Another afternoon game also at the Meridian Community Complex in Pelham, 2:45. The undefeated in the preseason Pelham Panthers take on another high-performing and high-octane team in the Caledonia Corvairs. Riding high off a big-time overtime victory, they'll take their 3-1 record to Pelham to do battle with the Eastern Conference leading Panthers. In Elmira, it's the Waterloo Siskins and the Sugar Kings, both with 2 wins apiece, looking to make it 7 p.m. puck drop in the Welland main arena. In Welland, the Junior Canadians look to find their first victory of the preseason. They're 0-5 as they welcome the 2-1 Port Colborne Sailors, and Chatham back at home tomorrow night, looking to go back-to-back victories, hopefully not climbing the ladder, but finding another very, very entertaining victory as they welcome the LaSalle Vipers. That's going to do it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this episode of 7 Minutes with Simmons. Be sure to check out a Led Zeppelin tribute. All right, I'm telling you. Life-changing. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Who's winning tomorrow night? Leave that one down below in the comment section as well. If you feel like leaving a like, I'd be more than grateful. Subscribe and hit the bell as well. It's all free. We'll see you next time, guys. Peace.